Guys, John from SurfFX, and we're having a look at the new 2022 Starboard Takeoff wingboard. Pretty cool board. So Starboard have been at this for a while, and particularly foiling, and they have the Olympic class windsurfing foil boards. They make those, so they know what they're doing. This is kind of their latest generation of their wing foil boards, and they put a lot of that kind of early planing, early release technology from the windsurfing side of things into these, which makes sense because windsurfing, they got to plane early, because if they're not planing, you're complaining. So that gets this efficient and gets it releasing really well. How they do that? First and foremost, you can see here, they have a really hard edge right along, starts way up the front and goes all the way back with a fairly blocked off tail. That's just to get the water shedding off the back, releasing from the board. If it's too round, it'll stick down, so that just helps the board just rise up and off and let go of the water. So really finding that board design is coming into this focus now is just on getting the board to release. So that's what they've done here. Board shape, these guys are short and fat, so they're quite chunky. They got a lot of volume in the size for the length, keeping that swing weight down, going as short a board as possible. And I said a lot of that is helped by when they've taken, not having a big angled tail, it's a bit more vertical, so that's taking distance off there, nice rounded outline. Volume is in the rail, and that gives you a lot of stability. So before you kind of get going, having that volume in the rail adds a really nice stability. So even though they've got a lot of volume packed in them, it's not a real torquey feeling, because in the middle you've got a concave setup on the deck, so you're kind of standing a little bit, it feels real positive with the grip on it being concave like that, almost very like standing in a skateboard deck. And you can also see, if you want a bit more grip, you've got a lot of foot strap options. So they kind of set this board up that you can use it as a SUP foil board, wing foil board, and really, it excels as a wing foil board. And you've got tons of strap options. So you've got big row down the center you can go. You can obviously go off the side, and you can kind of offset even the front one a little bit left or right onto those ones there too. In the rear, you got a solid straight run, and it's a lot of foot strap inserts too. So you have 3 hole placements. So depending on what foil you run, you can really get your position down real well. Rocker line, you can see here just sitting there. They've got a nice big flat section with the foil that's even kind of slightly boxed out to get it really just nice and trim, so when you are foiling, the nose isn't sticking up, it's not down, it's just really nice and level. And that carries forward right up through to here, and then your nose rocker kind of starts about here, kind of just pulling up a little bit. It's a little bit of a gradual rocker too, not abrupt, so you're not really pushing water. It's trying to get, again, getting to release early, getting the board to rise up on top of that front. This one is a carbon, pretty cool, so it's nice and light. You've really got a neat little thing, and thinking about the details, they even put a little bit of rail tape here on the nose, just so when you have it flipped over on the ground, it's not just sitting there rubbing away on the carbon finish of the board. You've got a little bit of protection there. Way to go, Starboard. That's a nice little feature. With the other inserts, you're going to see a few things here. So you've got a Gore-Tex breather vent, so it's a lot easier to manage the temperature changes and things like that. You've got your leash plug in the tail. You also have a leash plug up the front. So options on that. Some guys are running a waist leash and running up the front, or knee leash, so it's not dragging off the back. Pretty cool little idea that you can do that on these boards. Flip it over, and you've got your handle. It's just a small handle here, so it's just fairly balanced. It's pretty good when you got the foil on, just something to grab hold of. And you've got some decent sized boxes. So they are a 30 centimeter, 12-inch box. They do go, you can see right here, that's the edge of the planing area of the tail. They go all the way back, but then being that long, they do go quite a bit far forward. So you've got a big range. So a bunch of different foils work really well on this. But really the thing to take away from the Takeoff is that early planing so that it takes off. And you can see that, from that sharp edge that starts up here and goes all the way down to the back, just to get the board to release and get up in the air. As well as the blue carbon we've got here, they also do a blue carbon pro that's a little bit lighter, and this is the Light Tech. Now the Light Tech is a bit more value board. It's a little bit cheaper, and it's something that you can really save a good bit of money. They're still getting a top end board, exact same shape, a little bit heavier, but then you can put that money saved and put it into, let's say, another wing or something like that.